Dear Europe, I find myself lost when I think about the vast fields, rivers and mountains prestigiously spanning the 50 countries. I'm lost because when I think of Europe, I only think of one place. I'm still not sure if the countries contribute to Europe's beauty or if they're supposed to be aspects jealously guarded by the separate regions. If the latter is untrue, then are we brothers and sisters mindlessly wandering among the brainchild of some starchy government politicians? Regardless, what would Europe be if it were not Europe? For example, a piece of artwork must be viewed in full, with the viewer realising every molecule of paint for what it is, altogether creating what I see as the masterpiece that is Europe. It seems as though where people become so taken back by Europe, taking into account its culture, people, foods and traditions, they've each become jealous, wanting to each take home a piece of Europe and make it theirs. For the moment, Europe was realised, it was taken and then never shared. Refugees would often be refused. After all, we are all under control of the same superpower, not a government, Europe. We have been stunned by Europe's rolling hills with clouds playing lazily in the wind, mountains and trickling rivers in the morning dew, with all the time in the world to spare. Have we ruined Europe, or have we just misunderstood the concept?
Dear Europe, it is an honour to have so many connections with you, to say I'm related to so many parts, but I'm not sure how strongly. You probably disagree with me. It would be easier for you if I were categorised with a stamp on my hand or my forehead. Perhaps one day you'll recognise me, I'm not sure. Maybe you'll be too interested in your cheeses or wines. You'll be the man who wears a watch but never has the time. It is strange to think that you're so large and yet so little of you I can call my rightful home. You are young, but you have the air of an older, wiser person. This is odd, because many of your people aren't aware of such things, of the differences in cultures and the similarities in personality. Perhaps neither are you. One day, you and I will be clear about such things. My roots are so widely spread, although unsure if they should be there. Hopefully one day this won't matter, and we'll belong to everywhere, however strong or weak our connection may be.
Dear Europe, I used to dream of the days when I could come and see you. Eyes of a summer moon, full lips, as beautiful as an autumn sunset. And now I'm up here looking down and seeing all your beauty in full. Your curvaceous body hiding a slowly aging face. Looking at your glory from high above, I marvel at your green fields, your snow-capped mountains and your crystal seas of the deepest blue. Your azure lakes form a mirror which reflect the longing in my eyes as I reach ever nearer to you. Your majestic mountains reach up and embrace me in all their splendour, a comfort that has eluded me. I have felt so lost and alone, a wandering soul with no home or family. But you've given me hope and solace, a refuge from all that I have feared. Your people will be my family, your land will be my home. I look forward to the day when my feet will stand upon your rich soil, your gentle breath blowing in my hair, and your golden sun warming my face as I gaze upon your beauty.
Dear Europe, as I look down upon your patchwork-like quilt, it makes me feel proud to call you my home, but you're not. I wonder what it would be like to call you mine, to run free on the fresh land, to not be an outsider, just to be accepted. I'd do my best to take care of you, to protect and love you. I'd give you everything I had. I watch the roads, at work carrying transport to their destination, the long winding rivers shimmering in the morning sunlight. You are like no other, unique I'd say. I admire you, you always seem to put a smile on my face. Every night I long for me to be accepted, but I'm pushed aside, named a failure. I'd run far away from where I am now, leave everything behind until I'm with you, breathing in your fresh, sharp air, savouring every last breath and scream with happiness because of my success, because I'm here. People would stare at me, label me a freak, an immigrant, that I'm not good enough for you, but I don't care. I'd face it, stand up tall and pretend I couldn't hear. Europe, I just want to be accepted. It's not much to ask.
Dear Europe, while you chatter away on your mobile phone making money, may I have a quick word with you, if you have the time? Have you in your rich life ever known a refugee or had the misery of being one yourself? You may understand what it feels like to leave your personal belongings behind, abandon your friends and family and forget your life. I'm 10 years old and I can imagine how it feels to be a refugee. I am an untypical boy, as I wish I was an adult. I don't think like normal children, and the same speaks for my actions. I prefer classic rock compared to modern music, wearing suits, shirts and other things. I was brought to Norwich City and I race go-karts for pleasure. I come from Europe, I live in Europe, I like Europe, so long live the mother of all continents. Yours, James.
Dear Europe, despite your old age, I hope you can find a place in your heart in order to open the door to your beautiful cottage, which is filled with elegance and harmony. For it is heard you have many rooms, all filled with loving memories and meaning, in which I can stay. I don't ask so much, just a place in which I can enjoy the remainder of my childhood. You see, my old home was an unhostile environment, not filled with bright roses of love, unlike your house. Yours, Anastasia.
Dear Europe, as I sit down here in Britain, I begin to think about what you're like. Living here on this cold, wet island, I feel a million miles away from you. Rather than living on the continent, we inhabit our own little island, separated from you. I may only imagine what it would be like to reside in Europe. You have so much variety, and yet you have a togetherness which is like no other. You even boast your own dedicated currency, a feat which only you have achieved. The exotic lifestyle and the diverse culture are something which you have in abundance, but we sometimes lack. Maybe, one day, I will be able to call myself a European. On that day, we will truly be united, but until that day, I will still be British.